Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter triangle. So now we will be covering each and everything in this chapter. First of all, let's have an idea what exactly a triangle is, or we can say introduction of triangle. Triangle, we can say this is a polygon with having number of sides as 3. When number of sides are 3 and polygon, what exactly polygon? Which is made up of straight lines and which is a closed shape. So this is a closed shape and which is made up of 3 lines. First of all, this is a polygon and a special type of polygon which we call triangle because number of sides is 3. In these, let's give it name A, B, C. So the point of intersection of two sides, first of all these AB, BC and AC, they are called as sides of the triangle. Then we have A, B and C, they will be known as vertex or vertices of the triangle. What exactly vertices? We have two sides meet. AB and AC are meeting at A, we get a vertices. Okay, A, B and C are vertices. Then if we talk about angles, we have 3 angles, angle A, angle B, angle C. These 3 are internal angles. We have external angle as well in a triangle. If I extend a side, let's say BC, I extend till here, then I get the external angle as well. Okay, so that's what a triangle is. Now when we talk about types of triangle, triangle are classified on the 2 bases. First, on the basis of number of on the basis of sides. Second, on the basis of angles. On the basis of sides, we have 3 kind of triangles. One is scalene triangle, then we have isosceles triangle, and then we have equilateral triangle. This is scalene triangle. In this triangle, all the 3 sides are different. So let's say this is side A, this is side B, and this is side C. All 3 are different. It will be known as scalene triangle. When we have 2 sides equal of a triangle, let's say this is A and this is also A. Now we can give it another name. Third side is different. Only 2 sides are equal. A and A. So this will be known as isosceles triangle. And when all 3 sides are equal, it will be known as equilateral triangle. A, A, A. When 3 sides are equal, so it will be known as equilateral triangle. On the basis of angles, we have 3 kind of triangles. Okay, one is acute angle, one is obtuse angle triangle, and one is right angle triangle. We have these 3 kind of triangles on the basis of their angles. What is acute angle triangle? When each internal angle of the triangle is less than 90 degree, it will be known as acute angle triangle. What is the meaning of acute angle? Which is less than 90 degree, 0 to 90 degree. Then we have obtuse angle triangle. First of all, what is obtuse angle? Angle which is having a measure more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. So when in a triangle, if one angle is more than 90 and less than 180, if only one angle, then we can call it obtuse angle triangle. Then we have right angle triangle. What exactly right angle triangle is? Right angle is 90 degree angle. So in a triangle, when we have a 90 degree angle, it will be known as right angle triangle. And in this right angle triangle, this will be base, this will be perpendicular, and this will be hypotenuse. So that's about types of triangle on the basis of side and on the basis of angles. Okay. When we talk about, now we will be talking about area and perimeter of a triangle. Okay. So when we talk about area of triangle, we can call it half into base into height. That will be area of triangle, half into base into height. So we can take one example over it. Let's say we have a triangle in which base is given as 6 centimeter, and let's say this is the height. What is the height? From the above vertex perpendicular distance to the base. That will be known as height, or we can call it altitude as well. Okay. Let's say this is given as 8 centimeter. So what will be area of triangle with this? Half into base is given as 6 and perpendicular height is given as 8. So this will be 24 centimeter square. Whenever we are taking an area, it will be in square unit. So 24 centimeter square. That's how we can get the area of a triangle. This is when base and height are given. When base and height are not given, let's say measure of all three sides are given, then what we are going to do? We are going to use Heron's formula for that. And what is Heron's formula? It gives us S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. What is S? S is semi-perimeter, whose value is equals to A plus B plus C by 2. First of all, let's have an idea about the perimeter. What exactly perimeter of any surface, of any shape? When you start from a point, you move along the boundary and you reach at the initial position again. That means you are covering the complete boundary here. So the length of the boundary is known as the perimeter. Here we can say its perimeter will be A plus B plus C. Its perimeter will be A plus C, which will be 2A plus C because two sides are equal. And here its perimeter will be A plus A, which will be 3A. So now this A plus B plus C is perimeter. Half of the perimeter is known as semi-perimeter. You can call it S as well. And A, B and C are the length of the sides. So this is also can be used for area of triangle when all three sides are given. So that's how you can, and this is known as Heron's formula. So we have talked about first of all what is a triangle till now and what are the parts of it. Then types of triangle on the basis of angles and on the basis of sides. Then we have talked about how to find the area of triangle with the two formulas. One is half into base into height, one is Heron's formula. And then we have talked about perimeter as well. So now one special theorem we can say, angle sum property of triangle. What is angle sum property of triangle, student? Angle sum property of triangle says that sum of all the three angles of a triangle, all the three internal angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degree. So now let's take, we'll prove it as well. Let's give it a name A, give it a name B, give it a name C. What we have to prove? That angle A plus angle B plus angle C, that is equals to 180 degree. This is also known as angle sum property of triangle. How we are going to prove this? See, this BC line, we'll draw one line parallel to BC which passes through point A, such that this line, let's say L line. So L line is parallel to BC. Okay, when this L line is parallel to BC, we have two parallel line, and if I talk about this AB, then this works as transversal line for these two lines, for these two parallel lines. When this is a transversal line, we can say this angle, okay, if I give it a name, let's say angle 1. This is equals to angle B. Angle 1 is equals to angle B. How? Alternate interior angles. The same way, let's say I give it a name angle 2. That will be equals to angle C. Same reason, alternate interior angles. And if I notice here, See this. This complete angle is, these three angles are linear pair of angles, or we can say straight angles. If I write them, angle 1 plus angle A, this angle, plus angle 2, that will be equals to 180 degree, because they are, we can call it a straight angle, or we can call linear pair of angles. In this case, if I replace angle 1 with B, A will be as it is, plus angle 2 with C, and that's what I had to prove, that sum of all three angles, now order may be different, angle B plus A plus C or angle A plus B plus C, that's the same thing. So sum of all three internal angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degree. For example, how we are going to use this? In a triangle, let's say this angle is given as 40 degree, another angle is given as, let's say, 70 degree. Question is, find the third angle. How you are going to do that? Now we know that one angle is 40, other one is 70, and let's say this is C angle, okay? So we know that 70 degree plus 40 degree plus angle C will be equals to 180 degree. From this you can find the value, find the measure of the angle C, which is 180 degree minus 110 degree, and it gives us 70 degree. So this third angle will be 70 degree. That's how we can use it. Alright.